issues. I have to go here, and I have to do the spotlight for everyone here. There we go. All right. Go here.
It's just lucky or not lucky.
We also have Cynthia outside here. Hi, Cynthia. Yay. Stick your hand in the room and give a wave. There's Cynthia's hand. Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm glad you could all join us today. This is lovely fall Zazenkai. No, I didn't dress up in my Halloween costume. And we didn't do the haunted house in here for the little kids this year. Yeah, my daughter decided not. But I wish everyone a lovely Halloween. Nothing wrong with celebrating Halloween. Nothing wrong with candy. Nothing wrong with dressing up. Of course, candy in moderation, everybody. Otherwise, wish you all a lovely fall. Today's topic will be about the lineage and Dharma transmission. I believe Jinkan is here, and Koku, who is also up for Dharma transmission soon. We're working on it, is going to join us later in the week. So, hi, Koku. And let's see. Today will be dedicated to a couple of dear friends who are not feeling so well. And also a dear friend whose father is in a very peaceful place. And we're glad that we can all be together to dedicate today to our friends. So I guess we're all set? Yes? All right. If you've been, I was cleaning up. I have to put the rock suit 1 second. Oh. We take it off for our house cleaning. There we go. I'm all in blue today. Okay. If you've been here before, you know what to do. And if it's your first time, just follow along. And I believe Fiona's in the, Onkai is in the wheelhouse.
the heart of the perfection of great wisdom, Sutra. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, awakened one of compassion in Prajnaparamita, the deep practice of perfect wisdom, perceive the emptiness of all five conditions and was free of suffering. O Shariputra, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness no other than form, form is precisely emptiness, emptiness precisely form, sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness are also like this. O Shariputra, all things are expression of emptiness, not born, not destroyed, not stained, not pure, neither waxing nor waning. Thus emptiness is not form, not sensation, nor perception, not formation, nor consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, nor object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of consciousness, no ignorance, no end to ignorance, no old age and death, no cessation of old age and death, no suffering, nor cause or end to suffering, no path, no wisdom, and no gain, no gain. Thus bodhisattvas live this prajna paramita with no hindrance of mind, no hindrance, therefore no fear, far beyond all delusion. Nirvana is already here, all past, present, and future Buddhas live this prajna paramita and realize supreme and complete enlightenment. Therefore know that Prajnaparamita is the sacred mantra, the luminous mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra by which all suffering is clear. This is no other than truth. Therefore set forth the Prajna Paramita mantra. Set forth this mantra and proclaim Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhi, Soaha, Anya Shingyo. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now. In reciting the heart of the perfection of great wisdom sutra, we dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni, honored one, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to those ancestral teachers, Eihei Dogen, honored one, Soji Keizan, honored one, all successive honored ones, up until Zuigaku Renpo, honored one, and Gudo Wafu, honored one, and to all other honored ones throughout history, same yet diverse honored ones, whose names have been forgotten or left unsaid. We also dedicate these efforts to the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to all awakened ones and teachers in all places and times. We especially seek tranquility and well-being for all creatures now suffering or ill in health. May they be serene through all their ills. May their lives be at peace and wisdom pervade the darkness of ignorance. We dedicate our hopes and aspirations to all victims of war and violence and natural events, to the injured and to all families touched by these tragedies, to the healing of hatred in all countries and among all peoples, to the wisdom and compassion of our world leaders, to the peace of the world and harmony of all beings. Thus let the harmful effects of words, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. All Buddhas throughout space and time. All bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, maha prajna paramita.
Zazen? Okay then? Okay. You leave the heater on or is it too much? KINHIN. Zazen. Everyone here, if you can, touch the top of your forehead and rub your belly at the same time. Very good. Thank you. So I wanted to talk a little today about lineage and Dharma transmission, which have always been very, very important in the Zen tradition. Probably we got this in China and then in Japan, where family is so important. And that's what lineage is, it's family. And Dharma transmission is the passing on of the torch from father to son or daughter. We'll talk about that a little bit, but we have a traditional lineage in Zen, said to go all the way back to the Buddha Shakyamuni. Right now I am reading Master Keizan's Dentoroku, which is literally means the passing on of the torch. And it traces the lineage from about, Eijo. Eijo was right after Dogen, all the way back. I'm now reading the 29th generation. And I got to tell you, it's some fantastic story. Keizan based his on even older Chinese books that tell of this lineage, and boy, it would put Game of Thrones and Harry Potter to shame. It's got dragons, of course, talking dogs, levitation, masters who levitate, have lights emanate from the top of their head. We have our virgin birth. Several of the masters were born when their mother apparently saw maybe a light come into their body, or one case a white elephant like the Buddha, and some fantastic things. Master Keizan, I have to hand it to him, kind of reads those, but somehow brings it down to earth, or better said, brings a lot of wisdom into it. I don't think he takes those old legends at face value. At least he doesn't in his way he explains them. And he shouldn't, because to tell you the truth, that lineage, well, let's say when you get past about 1,000 years, it's a lot of story. The Chinese, in order to trace a lineage back to Shakyamuni, did a bit of a, shall we say, a cut and paste job, a little bit. A lot of the people who are in the Zen lineage, as father to son, well, they may not actually have really lived, period, or at least lived at the same time, or known each other, or been actual Zen fellows. And it's mostly fellows, the Chinese too, is a patriarchal society. It's mostly a traditional, it's all a line of men. So does it bother me that it may not be purely historical, going all the way back like that? The answer is no. First off, it is pretty much historical for over 1,000 years. That's pretty good. That's enough. But even if it's not, think about it. As I said, it's family, right? And we're here. And we're here because of our own parents, and then generations and generations that came before. And we don't know all those people. Maybe you're lucky, you're one of those people who knows their great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents, and then you're talking, 64, 128 people? I'm sure it gets a little fuzzy. And it doesn't matter, because if it wasn't for them, you would not be here. And because of them, you are here. And our Zen tradition is like that. Because of somebody, not only those men, but a lot of women too. I'm sure a lot of them we don't speak about so often, but they were very diverse individuals, many kinds, gay and straight, men and women. Really, the whole world brings us here, but these particular people, just like our own family, somebody was responsible for keeping this going for generation after generation, and those people in the lineage just represent that. So we express our gratitude. It doesn't have to be purely historical going back. Nor do I think that what we do has to be exactly like what the Buddha taught. People say, did the Buddha teach Zen just like you are teaching Zen? I say no and yes. I say no because we're all different. We're not like even our parents, are we? We don't have to be exactly like our parents. We have to be good and keep something going. That's how we honor our parents, not being exactly like our parents, but by being, shall we say, the kind of people that our parents would kind of say, okay, not bad, pretty good. And so I'm not exactly like my teacher Nishijima. And Nishijima was not exactly like his teacher Niwa Zenji. Niwa Zenji was the abbot of Eiheiji, Mr. Tradition, Mr. Monastery, the head of Dogen's monastery, the head of the entire Sotoshu, Mr. Orthodoxy. And my teacher Nishijima was kind of like the opposite of that. He didn't believe in monasteries, and he wanted to reform the whole system. And I kind of take after Nishijima Roshi, but I'm not exactly like him. He had some teachings and ideas that are not exactly my style, but I believe that what I do honors that. And I'm not doing him wrong. And I'm trying to have my own kids, Dharma kids, and actually blood kids too in my family, who are not exactly like me, but they're good kids. They'll be good adults. In the Dharma tradition, good teachers themselves. So we honor all these generations going back, generation by generation, and we honor our parents and say thank you by being good, good human beings, good husbands and wives, good friends, good contributors to society in the Dharma world by being good folks who carry on some of this tradition and honor it. And that's why we have Dharma transmission, which marks when I find some folks who I think are not exactly like me, but they're good, and they will keep this flame burning. So we recently had a Dharma transmission, Jinkan. It's very fast. Some people in the Buddhist world these days would say, how can you do that? He was only ordained a year ago. And I say, this fellow, going through a lot of life right now, matured real fast. And I know his heart. He's a good guy. With his life experiences, I said it's the equivalent of 10 years in a monastery right there, no doubt. So he was ready. Koku is now working towards Dharma transmission with me. He sent me some documents. We're getting the ceremony ready. And so he'll be next very soon. Once his teacher gets a move on a little bit. And he'll be having Dharma transmission very soon. And there are a couple others. They know who they are. But anyway, how do I know when someone's ready for Dharma transmission? I like to say that in some sense, we're being more serious about Dharma transmission in the West than in Japan right now. And sadly, I think that's true. In Japan, Dharma transmission has become a way for sons to inherit the family temple from their fathers, and it's kind of pro forma. They go to a monastery for a couple of years. Maybe they go to a Buddhist university. Maybe they were raised in the temple, so they know a lot. I'm not saying they're bad people at all. No, but they're there because it's their family obligation. Now that doesn't mean they're not good priests. Don't get me wrong. You know, they go to the monastery and they grew up in the temple, and a lot of them mature. They become excellent priests. But Dharma transmission is not about that. In the West, however, we have gone back to kind of what we think is the original spirit. And that is saying that, oh, someone's good. That's very important. Ethics is very important. I need good people. The people who I try to ordain, and sometimes I make a mistake, but I think they're good people. I'm just human. But generally, I've picked some excellent people. And not perfect people. I didn't say that. I said excellent people. And people need to be knowledgeable of our traditions. They don't have to be walking encyclopedias. They don't need to know every ceremony. They need to know something and be passing on what I consider to be basically, well, Soto Zen. Now, I'm not Niwa Zenji, my grandfather, and I'm not Nishijima Roshi, but I'm teaching Soto Zen, and I expect that the next generation will continue the practice of Shikantaza and talking about Dogen and doing what I'm doing right now is just babbling on in some Zazenkai and forcing people to listen. I expect them to do that. Some, not all will, by the way. Some of the people receiving Dharma transmission won't be teachers in the usual way. We'll have artists. We may have musicians, doctors, healing that don't actually lead ceremonies or give talks, but generally they should know something about Soto Zen. But most important is something about Master Keizan and how this all does go back to Shakyamuni and beyond and to the whole universe. You see, Keizan always took those fantastic stories and he tied them into the present and into the whole universe. He'd say, he'd kind of say, well, there's that crazy story from many centuries ago. But let's find it in emptiness and what it really stands for and being present. And what happened long ago is happening right now. And all those ancestors of the past and your parents are sitting right now where you're sitting. You feel it? You are their lifeblood. Our lineage chart is a blood flow, and the blood is now coursing through you. Honor it. This is what you do. This is how we honor our ancestors, our parents, and keep it alive. Their blood, their spirit is here. And this is why, yes, we are teaching exactly what Shakyamuni taught. And yes, we're teaching all these ancestors and keeping them alive, whether they ever lived or not. They're all present right here. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say about lineage and Dharma transmission and what I think that's all about. It's continuing in you too when you receive Jukai, by the way. Let's sit. We will now recite the verse of atonement and the 4 vows. Everybody get up carefully.
All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable.
Oh, very good. Lovely. We're going to have some tea here if anyone wants to stick around. Otherwise, the rest of you, I wish you a good week, and do something to honor your ancestors and make them proud today, this week. Okay, that's your assignment. All right, everyone. Love you all, and see you guys later. Now, let me do what I call my beyond work here. I got to turn this off. See you guys. Bye.